Welcome to WNL Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with women's basketball coach Pamela Findlay and swimming coach Gardner. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. Men's and women's swimming both recorded dual meet wins at Catholic. Wrestling dropped Centennial Conference matches to McDaniel and the Merchant Marine Academy. At the Marietta Open, women's track and field had 4 event winners, while the men claimed 2 first-place finishers. Men's basketball dropped a 69-63 decision on the road to Hampton-Sydney, and the women's team notched a 78-46 victory at Randolph. With me in the studio is assistant women's basketball coach Pamela Findlay. Pamela, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
In your 10 wins this season, your average margin of victory is 25 points per game. What's made the Generals so effective in those games?
Well, I think there's 2 major tangible components to that. Our defense being the #1 thing, and then our rebounding. In almost all of our wins, we've held our opponents to 60 points or less. So it's obviously hard for the opponents to score when we're just playing some really solid defense all around, all positions. We've done a really good job of that. And then we've really focused on crashing the offensive boards and also boxing out on the defensive end. So that's been really great for us. And then I think our intangible components to our success has just been a sense of urgency. Urgency and focus, and we've gotten better and better with that as the season has progressed. So.
WNL is in the middle of one of the toughest stretches of the season. You got a big road victory over Eastern Mennonite on Tuesday. Between now and next weekend, you'll face Lynchburg, Emory and Henry, and Guilford, some of the other top teams in the conference. What kind of opportunity is this for the Generals to prove that they're one of the best teams in the ODAC?
Yeah, this stretch is huge for us. We've played pretty solid games over the past 2 years in the conference, but we've never picked off one of those top teams, and last night was a great win for us. EMU is a really good team, and it was so fun for our players to bring that urgency and that focus into that win. So we're really excited how that's going to springboard us through the rest of the season. We just need to stay healthy and stay focused during this stretch.
Your sophomores have had some big games as of late. How much has that class matured in their second season of college basketball?
That is a very special class. We knew they were going to be good coming into their first year when we recruited them, but they have stepped up their game. Even throughout this season, it's incredible how much they've done for us. They are so mature as basketball players and as people on the court, and they're really, really good leaders already, even though they're only sophomores. Aylin Kelly, for example, has just been unreal on the offensive and defensive end the past few games, shutting down opponents' best scorers, leading scorers, and then also scoring so much on our end of the floor as well. Emma Redding has been a force for us in the paint, especially on the defensive end. And I mean, I could talk all day about our sophomores. They've been doing a really incredible job.
You've got a month to go in the regular season. What is the team still looking to improve upon as you look ahead to the ODAC tournament?
I think the biggest thing that we need to focus on is consistency. There's times where we'll kind of get a little bit off kilter, maybe with our offense or things like that. And we just need to bring a sense of consistency and focus day in and day out, because we have so much potential and so much talent on our team that if we play with that urgency and that focus, we're really hard to beat.
Pamela, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Here with me now is swimming head coach Gardner. Cami, welcome back to the program.
Thanks, great to be here.
As is usually the case with your schedule, you had a month-long break between events due to exams and the holidays. How sharp have the Generals been since you've returned to competition over the last couple of weeks?
Well, certainly coming off our training trip, we train long course down in Florida. So when we come back, we jump into a short course pool, and the kids feel very fast. It's kind of this, I don't know, make-believe situation. But we went to Bridgewater, and I think we certainly had to shake off the cobwebs at that meet, and went into the Catholic meet, had a fantastic meet, really great, smart swims. Since then, we've had some outstanding practices, so I think they're setting themselves up very well going into the taper phase of the season.
The ODAC will be hosting the NCAA Championships in Greensboro coming up in March. What does it mean to have the conference directly involved in the national meet?
I think it's really exciting. I think it's great that the ODAC is making a presence on the national stage. I think it's great for our swimmers in the fact that we'll have a familiarity with the pool since the ODAC championships are held in that pool, and we'll be swimming in February. Of course, we first have to qualify, although I feel very confident that we'll be there.
The conference continues to make strides in swimming from the development of some of the newer men's programs, the improvement of teams like Emory and Henry on the women's side. How can that benefit W&L in the long term?
Well, I think great competition breeds fast swimming. I'm really excited that a lot of the ODAC schools are investing in their program. I'm excited about the possibility of some other schools adding swimming. I think that will only benefit our program and help raise our swimmers to the next level.
Both W&L teams will still be heavy favorites to win at the ODAC championships next month. What do the Generals need to do to claim those conference titles?
They need to do what we've trained to do all season. They are preparing themselves. They've done the heart of the season. They did that very well. They've stayed focused. They know what they need to do, and I think they're prepared to do it. They're excited about the taper time of the season, and right now I think with this team, the sky's the limit.
Cami, thanks for joining us. Good luck as you approach the postseason.
Thank you very much.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming weekend. The men's and women's track and field teams head to Christopher Newport for the Captain's Invitational, which starts on Friday. Saturday brings a full slate of action to campus. The wrestling team will take on Centennial Conference foes Gettysburg and Johns Hopkins, while men's and women's swimming face VMI and Ferrum. Women's basketball entertains Lynchburg, and men's hoop squares off against Randolph-Macon. For W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.